Welcome back. There are plenty of laws against buying votes, but the Internet has brought about a new phenomenon. Some websites are encouraging people to trade their votes across state lines. They want to support progressive third-party candidates, say like Nader, without hurting the Kerry Edwards campaign. Joining me now to talk about this is Mark Randazza, a legal advisor for votepayer.org, and Kristen Taylor, a volunteer at freerepublic.com. Welcome, gentlemen. Mark, let's start with you. I just want to make sure that our audience understands exactly what we're talking about. So let's use a practical example here. Say we have a Democrat from New York who's voting for Kerry and pairing up with an independent voter in New Mexico who wants to vote for Nader. They pair up and swap. What happens and what are the benefits?
Well, I think the first thing we need to frame here is that it isn't just Nader supporters. There's actually been a huge avalanche of libertarians getting involved as well. But what will happen is the voter in New Mexico and the voter in New York will get in touch with each other through the website, and they will make a decision through themselves, through private communication, that it would be more strategic for the voter in New Mexico to promote their goals by voting for John Kerry, and it would be more strategic for the voter in New York to vote for the Libertarian candidate or vote for Cobb or vote for Nader, depending on what their personal preference might be.
Right. Thus, Kerry gets another vote in the Electoral College, and
correct.
Nader gets a vote, a popular vote. Okay.
Nader or Badnarik or Cobb. Yes.
Okay. Why do you not see this as being unethical?
Well, what's unethical about it? You have two citizens who are getting involved in political communication with each other to promote their joint political goals. I mean, it's not only not unethical, this is the absolute essence of democracy. This is what the First Amendment is there to protect, and it's a natural reaction to what I think has been an unethical exercise of power by the Republicans and the Democrats in order to hold third-party voices out of the political spectrum.
Let's bring Kristen in here now. It's your vote, one man, one vote. It's to do with what you'd like with it. Is there something wrong with this, Kristen?
Well, yes, because it's not your vote to do with it what you want. You're not allowed to trade your vote for money. You're not allowed to trade your vote for cigarettes. And I believe you're not allowed to trade your vote for someone else's vote across the country in a presidential election, because it betrays the fundamentals of our voting system, which is the Electoral College, which represents the interests of the states. Our presidential elections are not direct democracies, which is what this group is trying to get through by undermining the Electoral College process.
Do you fully maintain, Mark, that there is nothing illegal about this?
I do. I fully maintain. Not only is it not illegal, but if it is completely constitutionally protected. This is the essence of the First Amendment. People associating and speaking on matters of political importance to further their political goals. That's what votepayer.org is doing. It's completely legal.
If I could say, sir, your own piece in the Loyola Los Angeles Law Review states that you're not 100% sure that this is legal. In fact, you cite Senator Harrison Williams in 1965 when they were passing the Voting Rights Act as saying that the act was meant to preclude people offering something of value in exchange for a vote. And wouldn't you say that
and what he meant was something of pecuniary.
But what do you say that
what he meant was something of pecuniary value.
Right.
I think it's interesting. You did read my article from the year 2000, but you didn't read my more recent article from the year 2004. And what you're talking about is the legislative history of the Voting Rights Act. And yes, it was supposed to preclude anybody from trading something of pecuniary value. That would be money, that would be cigarettes, as you said before, but not trading political information with each other.
Let's give Kristen the last word on this.
Well, it's not a matter of exchanging political information. You're trying to turn it into a First Amendment right. What your group is trying to do is...
Well, I'm not trying to turn it into it. It is a First Amendment right.
Mark, please.
Excuse me, you're trying to disenfranchise George W. Bush voters in swing states by manipulating the Electoral College process, and I think that's just flat wrong. It's wrong with the Democrats.
I got the idea from your website, sir.
No, you didn't, sir.
All right, on that note, gentlemen.
Actually, in October 2000,
so much.
It was correct, and it went nowhere.
Your efforts. Thank you.
Thank you.
The assault on the city of Fallujah continues as the U.S. tries...